everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It has been so long since I have sat down and did a vlog, and oh my goodness, it feels so good. So y'all, in this video I'm gonna tell you guys about my labor experience. Y'all know I just had a baby. For all of you that don't know, I just had a baby boy. I have a baby girl, and he's actually back here sleeping. Ava Grace is napping. But I'm gonna tell you guys about the birth experience, how everything went, and I'm gonna also introduce you guys to my little man. So yeah, if you're interested in that, and just keep on watching. So y'all, you already know that something that I was striving for in this pregnancy was not only a healthy baby and for me to be healthy, but was for a successful VBAC. And unfortunately, you guys, I did not get to have a VBAC this time, but it's okay because God gave me so much more. Just being honest with you guys, y'all already know that I go to God about everything. I am a believer. I am a child of faith, and I really and truly felt in my heart that God was going to allow me to push the baby out. But I did not get to push him out. I had to have a C-section, but I'm going to tell you guys why and what happened and all of that. I will tell you though, before I go into this, I was very hesitant about making this video because of the fact that I am a believer, and because I did say, like, you know, hey, God told me this, God told me that. God told me that he was going to give me the desires of my heart, and I had to go back and look at that. So I'm going to explain to you guys what I mean by that. So just starting about like how everything went down. I was in labor starting Saturday morning. I had him on Sunday. I was in labor starting Saturday morning around 1 o'clock that morning. Started having contractions, and they were not that intense, but they were intense to where I knew that they were contractions. Around 4 a.m., I decided to go ahead and call my doula for her to go ahead and come over because I knew that I was in active labor at that time. So she came over. I mean, the contractions were coming, they were coming, but you all know I had planned to stay at home for as long as possible until I just couldn't take it anymore. So before my doula came, my contractions were maybe close to being 5 minutes apart, if not less than that. But when she got here, within maybe 2 or 3 hours, we noticed that my contractions, they were coming and going. They would start, then they would stop. They would start and they would stop. So it would be like, I would go like 30 minutes without any contractions, and they would come again. And then I would have them maybe 5 minutes apart. Then it would be a whole hour of no contractions. So she was like, you know, maybe your body's just not ready, or this could mean that the baby he's not turned correctly. So let's do some different stuff to get you together. So I'll probably add some pictures in so y'all can see, or a video in to see like exactly what we were doing, to try to get him to move down. So it looks like someone wanted to be in the video. Yes, so I just had to be in the video, so I'm gonna go ahead and introduce our little boy. I know, what is it? You're not hungry. This is my little man. This is our little man, Antonio and I's baby boy. We call him Trip Trip, and he is such a joy. I don't even know what to say. I'm so thankful that I'm here and I have him and I'm able to make this vlog. So I'm gonna try to get him situated so that we can finish. All right, so where was I? So you guys, basically my labor was stalling. You all know that the doctors were talking about inducing me already. So the next day I would have been scheduled to be induced anyway. To be induced. So I just told my doula, I said, you know, if I don't go into like full labor tonight, I think I need to just go ahead and go to the doctor tomorrow, go to the hospital tomorrow and get induced. And so she was very supportive of that decision and everything. My husband was as well, and I had already prayed about it, and I feel like that was what God was wanting me to do. So that night, you guys, I was a little bit scared. I was a little bit jittery about having that induction next day, but I knew that God had me, and I knew that it was what God wanted me to do. So next day, the contractions are still coming. Even all through that night, you guys, I'm just having contraction after contraction. It was a lot. I was in labor for over 24 hours. Like, it was a whole lot. But I thank God for it, and I thank God for that experience, because I did not get to experience that before. And it was very peaceful, mind you, like being able to labor at home for a whole day. Like that was beautiful. So you guys, anywho, the next day when we got to the hospital, we, you know, really got straight to it. The nurses and the midwives, they were very, very, very nice to me, very helpful. And so when I got there, I ended up getting the Cook's catheter, which is, it's like a balloon that they place inside of you guys, and they fill it up with water. And so it helps you to dilate. So you're supposed to keep it in for like almost like half of the day. So I got to the hospital that morning around 7 o'clock. They put the catheter in around 8 o'clock, I want to say. And basically, I mean, the contractions were coming, and they also had me on low Pitocin as well. So y'all, it was rolling in, the contractions were coming, and it was a lot. Mind you, I had not had, I know, we're talking about you. We're talking about what happened. Are you gonna let me finish? Oh. Yeah, so I had not got an epidural, and I was in full-blown labor at that time. So you guys, probably around, I want to say 1 or 2 o'clock, this is after I had been in labor and I still had not got the epidural, I was noticing that I felt something coming out of my, you know what, and I was like, whoa, it feels like something's coming out. And they're like, no, you're fine, it's fine, it's fine. Mind you, you guys, I had got something, I don't remember what it was, but it's like, basically, it's not the epidural, but they give you some type of medicine to help you to ease the pain, and they had me on that, and they thought that I was just maybe just, you know, just not really knowing what I was talking about, because maybe I was out of it. I was like, no, it feels like something has come out. So they look, and the catheter had came out, and mind you guys, like, those things are supposed to stay in for a very long time. So they're like, oh my gosh, we think that you've like dilated. So then they bring in the midwife, and the contractions are just coming and coming, you guys. I mean, they were like maybe like a minute apart at this point. So the midwife comes in, and she's like, okay, let me just check you. And she's like, oh my God, you're at a 10. And she's like, oh goodness. Okay, everybody, you got to come in. So then the nurses start coming in, the doctors start coming in, because they're like, okay, yeah, you're about to have a baby. I'm like, oh, but I didn't get an epidural yet. So then, like, you know, she's like, it's okay. And I just started just like praising God, honestly, because God had got me that far, and I was like, wow, this is what I wanted, this is what I prayed for, and it's happening. And my husband was cheering me on, my doula was cheering me on. And so then after that, the midwife, she broke my water, and she checked to see if he was, you know, head down and all of that. And turns out he was not down enough for me to start pushing. So she was like, you know, let's give it some time, and you know, we'll come back, we'll check on you, and then we'll have him. Like, let's wait, like, you know, just a couple of minutes, and he'll be down by then. So we waited, you guys, and he was not coming down. He was not coming down enough. I was still at a 10, but because I was already dilated to that 10, I started doing like a reverse. So I was going back down to an 8, back down to a 7. And I've always heard of that happening, and I was like, oh my goodness. And then not only that, you guys, his heart rate started to go down as well. So that was when I was like, okay, this is getting kind of serious. I did get the epidural, you know, a little bit after, so I was able to rest on my side, but we were noticing that his heart rate was going down. I was just like, oh my gosh, okay. So you know, the midwife and the nurse, they were coming in, they were just like, you know, hey, we think that, you know, you may need to have a C-section, because it's, you know, he's not coming down, and his heart rate's going down. We don't want to have to rush you in there. They were very patient. They were very polite about that too. And I was just like, oh goodness. But you guys, I didn't cry. I wasn't upset, because I was like, Lord, you gave me exactly what I asked for. He gave me that experience that I wanted. So with that, you know, I told them, I said, give me a second. I was like, everybody just please leave out of the room. Give me a second to go to God in prayer. You guys, when I tell y'all, I turned on that, on my worship music, I put on my headphones, and I listened to that, and I prayed, and I asked the Lord, I said, God, what do you want me to do? We are at a standstill. I know what you've told me, but is there something else that needs to happen right now? Because I don't think that he's going to be able to come out vaginally. And I felt in my spirit that God was telling me, yes, go ahead. and, you know, have the C-section. So, and I talked to my doula, I talked to my husband about it, and they were very like, yeah, you did great. You did all you could do. You did awesome. Go ahead and have it. And I felt very good about it, you guys. Like it wasn't like it was rushed. It wasn't like that I was told like, hey, you got to have it. It was, no, this is the decision that I wanted to make for me and my child. And, I felt very good about that decision. And so, you know, they come in and they're all talking to me, and you guys, it was just such a different experience this time. So they rolled me in, and, you know, while they're rolling me in, like, they're talking to me, and like the, anesthesia, what is it? Anesthesia, I can't even say it. Anesthesiologist, I probably said that wrong. He was like joking and stuff with me, and just laughing and like making sure that I was okay. Making sure that the pain wasn't bad or anything. And so then, you know, Antonio comes in. Now, this time the C-section did take a lot longer. It was an older man that was doing it. He did very well, but he took a very long time. So, even then though, like, you know, once they took Trip out, I just could cry, because I was just like, Lord, I just thank you so much just for giving me this child, that I know that we prayed for. And I'm getting so teary-eyed because it's just such a miracle that I'm even here right now, like, you know, and I'm alive. He's alive, because I was very fearful of having a C-section. You guys know I told y'all about the very traumatic experience that I had before, and it was rough. It was traumatizing. But this time, God gave me something different, and I feel like God really wanted me to trust in him. And I prayed and I said, God, just make sure that I'm okay, and just make sure that my baby's okay. Because of the fact that I just felt like, oh my God, I felt like I was going to die if I had another C-section. So, you know, they pulled him out, and I felt a little bit of pain in my chest area like I did the last time, but I made sure to tell them. And they were very, they were just very good. Everything was very good this time, you guys. And I'm just so thankful. You know, when they took him out and we took pictures and everything, and I was able to stay awake this time. I wasn't asleep. I saw everything that went on. I'm thankful for that, because I did not get that the first time. And so with that, you guys, no, I didn't get to push him out, but I still had him. And, you know, I feel like I was really kind of holding back on making this vlog, because I didn't want you guys to think like, well, man, she's a failure. She didn't do it, you know, or she wasn't honest about what God told her. No, I think I was honest, but I feel like sometimes you have to be ready for when God has other plans. And mind you as well, you guys, whenever they took him out, he had cords wrapped all around his neck. So that was nothing but God in that. And I feel like I know God wanted me to be obedient and listen to him, because if I would not have, what would have happened? You know, we may not have been here. He may not have been here. So I'm thankful for that. I feel like something that I used to think to myself was like, man, I didn't get to, you know, push my baby out the first time. So I really didn't even do anything, or I wasn't strong enough. But no, that's not the case. So know that just because you did not get to push the baby out, you had a C-section. A C-section is a lot. And not to, you know, downgrade or say, that having a baby vaginally isn't a lot, because I'm pretty sure that's a lot too. Like, I feel like I had to deal with both sides of, you know, almost having them vaginally and having a C-section, you know, having to deal with the aftermath of that and the healing of that. So it's a lot, but just know that it does not make you, you know, not a mom just because you didn't get to push them out. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the case at all. And I think that was something that I was fearful of, and I felt like I was missing out on something. But you know, God had other plans. So that's what happened, you guys. I know like it took me a while to make this video, but I just wanted to just come and just tell you guys that, you know, that's how everything went down. And I am so thankful. I would do it all over again. And I feel in my heart that I still got my Vbac, just being honest. And that may sound like the silliest thing ever, but I still feel like I did, you guys, because I got to do what I wanted to do. I got to do what I didn't get to do the first time. I got to labor at home. I got to be there with my husband and have him to comfort me during those times when it was rough. I got to have a great support system of midwives, my doula. Thank you so, so much. I got to have all of that. And so I'm just so thankful. And I would do it all over again just for him. Yeah. And so I can't even think straight right now because I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful. God is so good. He doesn't back down on his promises. He gives you exactly what you ask for and what you need. And I do feel in my heart that that's what I got. So let me wipe these tears and finish this vlog. I think I probably will make another video about how it is being a mom of 2 and everything. I guess I will tell you guys though, just like, more about like, do we want more baby? Well, no, before I go into that, how the healing process is, how everything is going, that is very well. I am healed. My C-section scar is just fine. I got to have like my first bubble bath the other day and it was great. Mind you, baby boy is almost 3 months right now. So it took me a while to be able to, I guess, just like be okay with hopping in a bathtub because they tell you to wait. You know, you're supposed to shower, but you don't do the bathtub thing. So I'm feeling good though. This time it did not take me a long time to heal because I was on the go, y'all, just being honest. I got straight to the point. Like once my husband was back at work and once the help was gone that I had, me and the babies were out and he was only about 2 weeks old, you guys, but we were still out and I was just making sure that I was protecting my peace and my mental health to make sure that I didn't feel like I was stuck and like I couldn't go anywhere. What's the matter? So, oh my Lord. So yeah, and then you guys, oh my gosh, I actually got COVID a little bit after having him as well because I was not taking my vitamins. I was out. I did have on a mask, but somehow I still got it. But thank God the babies were okay. So that was an experience, but everything went well with that, you guys. I'm gonna look on my paper to see what else I had wanted to discuss. Let's see. Basically, I guess the next question a lot of people have asked us, like, do we want to have more babies? If so, when? Of course, whenever the Lord says is when we would like to have more. Yes, we would like to have more kids as of right now. We don't know. Like, we've said, like, maybe we would wait 2 years, but you never know. And then the other question is too, well, would you have to have another C-section or what? And so with that, you guys, I'm not sure right now. I don't, oh my goodness. Trip. Oh my Lord, excuse him. But I can't even think straight right now. You have to use the bathroom. Okay, so you guys, I'm gonna finish up really quick, but I don't know, you guys, when it comes to having the second baby or the third baby and how, if I would do a C-section or if I would do an at-home birth, because I don't believe in the hospital that they would let you have I don't think they would let you try for a Vbac after having 2 C-sections, but you never know. So we will just see. We'll see what happens whenever God gets us there. But I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog. Yes, I did not want it to be this long, but it is going to be a little bit long, so bear with me on it. Also, just with this YouTube thing right now, you guys, I'm happy to be vlogging again, but I do not know if it's going to be a weekly thing or what, just because I'm just still trying to get used to having to and trying to have time for myself as well as them. And that is going very good, but just want to just make sure that I'm not doing too much, okay? So, y'all, thank y'all so much for all your prayers. Thank you so much for just, you know, being with me on this journey. I am so thankful for every single person that has reached out and that has said congratulations. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys in the next vlog. I'm going to show you guys his face one time. Say hi. Oh, oops, he's sleeping. He's like, I'm sleeping, lady. I'm sleeping. Okay, you guys, well, that's going to be it for this vlog. I pray that you all will have a great week. And I will see you guys in the next vlog. So